Here we go. We're actually going to be doing an elite fight. This might actually be bad. We might lose this, and your units will indeed level up too. So, in other words, when they gain levels, they're going to be able to gain additional abilities. Look at how much damage it just did. It just almost one-shot this guy. Alarms, sounds of traffic, helicopters, the screams of your neighbors. Your dream seems to consist only of these. Welcome to Undead Darlings. If you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. This video is kindly sponsored, and Undead Darlings is available on Steam, Nintendo Switch, and PlayStation 4. We are going to be checking out a dungeon crawling RPG with a lot of interactive conversations and dialogue choices. So, let's continue on. You look around your dreamscape. From your bedroom window, you can see that fires have broken out inside several of the houses on your cul-de-sac. No cars are in sight, but people line the horizon. They are coming toward you, shambling, directionless. They approach your front door and begin to bang their fists against any part of your house they can reach. Their skin is peeling. No, it can't be. Everybody has turned into a zombie and they are coming to eat you while you sleep. Holy crap, says the main character. Yes, you shoot up in your bed and are greeted by a light so bright it feels as though you were locked in your basement playing an MMO all summer. You squint, groan, and act like a whiny child overall. Wait, was it Sunday? Did I sleep in? You glance at the small clock on your bedside nightstand. As your eyes begin to wash away the haze from your sleep, the numbers come into focus. The clock reads 12. It flashes on and off in regular intervals. A power surge? You fall back into your pillow, using the uncertainty as an excuse to drift back into the sweet embrace of sleep.
Are you okay, Reggie? I heard you shout from down in the kitchen. I'm surprised you didn't just come downstairs all groggy and confused like you always do.
Of course, she comes in before your brain is able to switch gears and start a new dream. It's your next-door neighbor and longtime friend, Pearl. Pearl took it upon herself to come over, wake you up, make you and your father breakfast, and act as some kind of maternal surrogate ever since your mother passed away. This whole routine began shortly after the two of you started carpooling to middle school together. While a nice gesture, it has come at a price. You have long since abandoned hope of having time to yourself. Where there is Reggie, there will be Pearl. You don't particularly mind it, although a lot of people seem to misinterpret your relationship that began when you were kids and continues even now. Your eyes shut tight in an infantile fit of lethargy, and you feel the edge of your bed begin to slope as Pearl leans her weight onto it. She says nothing else, but you are able to tell that she is starting to climb onto the bed. Is she trying to lay down and nap with you? Not her. No way. Why isn't she talking? Even with your eyes shut, you can feel her reaching toward you. Unable to keep up the sleepy act any longer, you open your eyes and see some kind of joke? Is Pearl in zombie makeup? It looks way too real. Even though her hand is inches from your face, there is no trace of warmth emanating from it.
I was so worried that you'd never wake up. I don't know what I would have done.
How? This is a dream. Breakfast in bed, eh? Whatever's going on, it has to be some joke your dad put her up to. You decide to act ignorant and push her buttons instead. What is this, breakfast in bed? I think the real question is who's going to be dining on what, right? Zombie clone of Pearl? You cringe while saying this, but you still follow through.
What? That's awful, Reggie! I've been taking care of you all this time, and when you finally wake up, you want to make a rude joke?
She looks down for a moment to hide her frown.
I won't eat you, if that's what you're worried about. That's too gross. But I'm not gonna bring you breakfast in bed either. That's too,
The fact that she still stutters and blushes when she gets upset and embarrassed serves as proof that she's the same Pearl as ever, more or less.
Just come down to the kitchen and eat, okay? I've got to explain a few things to you.
So this isn't a joke or anything? You're really pale, Pearl.
Oh, yeah. I am, huh? Being dead does that to you, I guess.
Dead? So you really are a zombie? Oh, wow. Okay, let's get to the kitchen. I've got to hear all about this. Pearl rolls her eyes as a way to show she is still upset with you, but she soon relents and breaks out her usual smile. To the kitchen for food you go. You follow Pearl down to the kitchen. You notice more and more how she is not her usual self. Skin tone aside, she is moving a lot slower. Cautious even. She used to hop right down your stairs, and now it's as if she's sneaking around someone else's house, hoping to remain undiscovered. As you step into your kitchen, you get a nice whiff of what she has been preparing. Chicken noodle soup! Are you sick? Maybe you turned into a zombie too. You smack a hand against your forehead to check, but you feel as warm and greasy as ever. A bit too greasy even. How long have you been asleep? The situation is too surreal. Your zombie friend places a steaming bowl of soup down on the table in front of you. I really don't mean this to sound rude, but everything in this soup is normal, right?
No way. I tossed in some people meat and some rat meat and some...
Come on.
Of course it's normal, silly. I had to claw my way through a lot of supermarkets to find these cans of soup, you know.
What? Why? It dawns on you. Zombie apocalypse. Something big went down as you slept, and now the world is embroiled in chaos and the undead, and your childhood friend is among them. Actually, stupid question. Sorry, and thank you. You sit down at the table, pick up a spoon, and start to devour the soup. It feels like your body has not had food in ages. As you try to stuff yourself full of nutrients, your body suddenly rejects the massive influx of food, forcing you to hack it back up and onto the floor.
Ew, gross. Maybe you shouldn't eat too fast, or too much. Your stomach might not be ready for that much stuff to fall into it.
Pearl grabs a fistful of paper towels, which you take from her so you can clean up your own accident, like an adult. You think about why her arms would be wrapped in gauze. She always was clumsy with kitchenware, but now, if her motor skills are compromised, then maybe... Nope, all 10 fingers are there. The soup is pearl-free. My bad, I'll take it slow. That'll give you the chance to fill me in, right? What happened? Typical zombie plotline, or what? Pearl leans against the kitchen counter across from you. She sighs and brushes some unseen dust from her jeans.
I don't know the details except for what your dad told me.
Awesome, I'm sure he made it all up too. But man, zombies? Are you kidding me? How lame. Pearl looks off to the side, lightly puffing her cheeks. I mean, you aren't lame because you're a zombie, more like it's lame that a zombie apocalypse happened.
It's okay. I know what you meant. Before I get into it, your dad left this note on the fridge. It'll probably do a better job at explaining things than I would anyway.
So he's not here? Guess I'll find out. You read the note. Reginald, I am so sorry that it came to this. Before we realized it, its scale had grown too large to be stopped. The virus leaked out and became widespread, although we were quite pleased to see that it affected different creatures in different ways, humans included. Pleased? Did you read this, Pearl? My dad sounds like such an evil scientist.
I read it, yes. But it sounded like plain old Mr. Happenstance to me.
You continue. By the time you read this, my son, I will be gone. Pearl will still come around to check on you, though. I admit that without long-term studies, even I am unsure how long she may be able to retain her human conscience. I must apologize for drugging you that night. Your first time drinking scotch with your old man, and I went and put an experimental drug in your glass. I promise scotch is not normally like that, so try it again sometime. Anyway, if you do read this and Pearl is not displaying any further signs of necrosis or mental decay, then I urge you to take her to her father's office. There I've stowed away a sample of the cure that we were able to develop before things got out of hand. It will undo the necrosis, but only for those who retain their humanity. We never did get the chance to dig deeper into that little snafu. Well, this all may not make much sense to you now, but if Pearl's still with you, then she is very much alive. Her body may be cold and she may look different on a physical level, but know that her heart is still human. If she is not with you, then I pray for your safety, and further urge you to get the cure into someone's hands who can replicate it for the masses. All I can advise you to do in either case is, after retrieving the cure, head to the city. Surely someone else will have stayed behind at the lab. We were so close, but then the end came. No matter what happens, know that I love you and I have not abandoned you. If you and I can survive this, then surely all humanity can do the same. Protect the cure, we're all counting on you. Dr. Reginald P. Happenstance III. And I find it amusing that he signs as Dr. Reginald rather than Dad. Wow.
You're acting surprised about everything today.
How else could I possibly react to this?
I don't know.
So you knew about the existence of a cure, why didn't you go use it?
Because it sounded important not to. And like he said, I'm still a human.
No, he said your heart's human, that's very different.
Whatever. Besides, even if I wanted to take the cure, my dad locked it away somewhere at the station. I don't know why he hides all his stuff there.
Because he's weird. I mean, he had a keg of beer behind a false wall that moved aside when you played a specific song over the intercom.
Yep, he's weird. I still don't get how that worked.
We're getting off track here. Anything else to add?
Yes. Your dad and mine left a couple of weeks ago. I haven't seen either of them since. And get this, they wouldn't even tell me where they were going.
Why not?
Your dad said that in case I lose my humanity, the knowledge I have may remain and I might unconsciously shamble after them.
Sounds like a theory my dad would have.
Uh-huh.
Jeez, I can't believe I was unconscious this whole time. How come I didn't starve?
Didn't you notice the IVs? I had to learn how to stick you with a needle, so every day I'd come over, prick you real good, and put a new pack of fluids up. But that's not the same as eating, so your body's still kind of weak. Anyway, the world outside got really bad even before that. The disease affected almost everyone, and just last week, we had another group of zombies wander through. Sometimes they'd try to get in here, but when I was able to, I told them to go away.
You told them? So more zombies are like you then. I mean, the letter said it affected different creatures differently, but...
Some people are like me, but almost everyone lost their humanity minutes after they turned. I heard a few different theories on TV, but all broadcasts stopped a few days ago.
So when I was dreaming about all that stuff, fires, helicopters, sirens, zombies...
Yeah, it actually happened. I stayed here to keep you safe because your dad was quite firm about you not becoming a zombie. Evacuation efforts ended a week ago, and the zombies have all moved on in search of, well...
fresh meat.
Yeah.
You hear Pearl's stomach growl at the mention of meat. The back of your mind screams at you to run, but she has been looking after you for so long. Surely she would have eaten you by now if she were really a malevolent zombie, but... So, what have you been eating? Pearl? Maybe I don't need to know. So what about the other stuff in the letter, like going into the city? Is it safer there or something?
I don't know. But supposedly some of your dad's co-workers hold up in safe zones where they could continue to work on a mass-producible cure. I have no idea where those safe zones are, though. Maybe our dads left some clues behind for us to find?
This is a lot to take in right after getting up.
I know. And you did such a good job. Well, that's everything I know.
No way, you think to yourself. This can't be real. The world and your friends can't have changed this drastically. It can't be. Sorry, but this whole scenario is too messed up to be real. Dead people eating living people isn't reality. And Pearl, your skin could peel off at any moment. That's gross.
I know. That's why I have these stupid bandages on. I know it's hard to understand because you were asleep, but...
Her eyes well up with tears. Should she be able to cry if she's dead? Then again, you've seen her blush. None of it adds up. I'm sorry. I shouldn't shoot my mouth off until I know what the hell's happened to you. For all I know, you're the same besides being kinda, I don't know, pale? Before you're able to move on to the next topic, you catch a glance of a vehicle pulling into your home's driveway. You could see that the vehicle is some kind of extended cab truck, but it makes so very little sound. Are you expecting someone else?
No. That's the first vehicle I've seen in days.
Pearl approaches a front-facing window, peels the curtain to the side for an unobstructed view, and then gasps.
It's a creepy-looking guy. He's got a really big shotgun, Reggie.
Uh-oh. In this situation, shotguns and zombies aren't a good combination. We just have to let him know we're here before he gets too much adrenaline pumping. If he's going to ransack my house for food or porn or ammunition, that's fine. We're not going to be here for much longer anyway.
Okay, good plan. Wait, porn? Reggie, are you hiding bustlers again?
Pearl stomps a foot before taking an aggressive and unanticipated step toward you, causing you to fall from your chair and onto the floor in a bout of fear and confusion. She grimaces on your behalf and bends down, offering you her hand.
Oops. Are you okay? I'm sorry I yelled. I was so sure that I got rid of them all last time.
Yeah, well, some things never change, huh? As the two of you share a brief smile, reality sets in as the front door is kicked open with a deafening smash. A middle-aged man enters, his shotgun cocked and held near his hip. He turns to see a human on the ground and a zombie standing above him, one hand reaching down.
What the hell? Get down, kid. I'm here to take out the trash.
You take Pearl's outstretched hand and rise to your feet. That's when you suck it up and stand between the man's gun and Pearl.
What's your deal, kid? Get your face gnawed off. Move it so I can get rid of that damn flesh chaser before we're both dead.
That won't be necessary. She's not one of them. I mean, she is, but she isn't.
Reggie.
Well, I'll be. She can talk?
I can do other things too, you know.
Please don't argue with him right now. The man takes a moment to let your words sink in and then rests the shotgun on his shoulder.
Well, I owe you two an apology. Name's Buck, kids. I've been looting this stereotypical middle-class subdivision so I can keep on keeping on, but I picked this spot because I thought it was abandoned.
You're not wrong. The two of us are here, despite everyone else being long gone. I'm Reggie, and this is Pearl.
Looting is a crime, mister.
Have you tried to survive out there being all law-abiding, little zombie girl? It ain't happening.
Little zombie girl.
You decide to catch Buck up on your current situation, hoping he may be able to fill in some blanks. You tell him about the letter, your father, Pearl, and her father, and your plan to go to the police station to find the cure and gather clues about a safe place.
Kinda gutsy to spill all them beans to a guy you just met. Lucky for you, I'm good people. I ain't gonna pop your heads like zits and steal your topical cream, as it were.
That makes no...
So tell me, kid, how you planning to get to the police station? Got a car? Gas? It ain't a safe walk, that's for sure.
Of course I have a car. I filled its tank right before all...
Reggie?
Yes?
Well, my dad and your dad took the cars.
You mean my dad took my car?
Sorry.
He should have taken his own.
But my dad needed one. Ours caught fire during the riots and panic.
She trails off and her eyes glaze over as she recalls the events that you assume took her life. Oh, forget I said anything. How are we going to get there then?
I don't know. I thought you'd have a plan.
Well, hey, I got a truck. One of them hybrid ones at that. I bought it mainly because I want to be a hero, save Earth 1 mile at a time. But it's also got plenty of space for you too. Heck, I even got myself an extended cab.
You'd do that for us? But like you said, we just met, so why?
Kid, you've seen the things I've seen, or done the things I've done. You count your blessings and accept the offer. But don't misunderstand. It's only because I'm all about stomping some zombie heads while you chase after this cure of yours.
Yeah, Reggie. Count your blessings.
Don't side with him so fast.
So how about it, kid? Wanna get moving?
Before we go, what about your place, Pearl? Need anything?
Not really. Our dads took Jordan to the police station when they took the cars, so...
Wait. Jordan's okay?
Of course she is. I'm sure she's still at the police station, so let's go see her.
She's okay? So, this broad's alive?
Oh, good question. Is she both okay and alive?
Well, she's just like me.
Ah. Well, if Jordan's at the police station, that means we can get her and the cure in one fell swoop. I'm ready to go.
Then let's climb aboard. Did you know that my truck gets almost 20 miles to the gallon?
I hate it already. After an uncomfortable but quiet ride in Buck's truck, the police station looms into view. It has seen better days and looks to be all but abandoned, to say the least. No patrol cars remain, and the windows once boarded up to make it a stronghold have long since been destroyed. Whatever is outside is just as likely to be inside, you realize, while Buck tries to parallel park, for some reason.
Oh no, I hope Jordan's okay.
If she's like you, I reckon the brainless ones will think she's the same as them and leave her alone.
Is that really how it works?
The three of you exit the truck and get trucking up the few cement steps leading to the police station's main entrance. Taking charge like a champ, you trudge ahead of the others and push the large double doors open. Everyone enters the main lobby of the police station, the floor of which is littered with paper, ripped up cardboard boxes, file folders, and more paper. Either this place was turned upside down in some desperate search, or zombies, much like dogs, enjoy tearing into a good cardboard box. Buck closes the doors behind you and Pearl before joining you as you make your way to the reception desk within the main lobby.
Pearl! And Reggie?
Jordan pops up from under the reception desk. Based on her skin color and her every motion being a tad stiff, anybody else would have shot first and asked questions later. You glance over at a yawning Buck who has kept his shotgun on his shoulder all the while.
What are you doing here? And who's that guy?
It's good to see you too. That's Buck. He's sort of like our mercenary.
I classify myself more as a drifter, but hey.
Jordan, are you okay? Is it safe here?
Yeah, I guess I'm fine. Nobody else has been here.
Oh, really? Didn't you get lonely?
Huh? As if I'd get lonely.
You smile. Jordan was always easy to fluster, but Pearl was always quick to back her up.
Reggie, stop it!
Whatever. I said I wasn't lonely, so let's move on.
If you say so, we'll move on and let you get back to being happy and not lonely underneath that desk.
Hey, it's not like I asked you to come here. I mean, why would you want to anyway?
Actually, about why we're here.
We came here for you. Show a little gratitude.
This firecracker's got a lot of harumph in her voice.
See, even Buck thinks you're a hassle.
Even after I'm dead, you're going to tease me? Is that why you came? You just missed pissing off little old Jordan?
I said to stop, Reggie. Don't poke her buttons so much. I mean, think about what we went through.
Whoops. Guess you got a lot of foot in your mouth now, kid.
What? You're just as guilty?
He's sorry, Jordan.
Whatever. I don't care if that's why you're here.
It's not.
Then why are you here? Jeez, out with it already.
Well, I guess we should explain it from the top.
Good idea. Here's what happened, Jordan.
You cross your arms and keep quiet as Pearl relays the morning's events to Jordan. In the middle of the explanation, Buck cracks your shoulder with the butt of his shotgun, a lecherous smile on his face.
Hey, kid, why's your zombie girlfriend acting like an alpha dog all of a sudden?
Pearl's not my girlfriend. She and Jordan are cousins, and Pearl always gets this way around her. I guess it's because they're family and she's always acted like the big sister.
Is that so? She sounded a tad defensive to me, but alright.
And that's why we came, okay?
Everyone stares at Jordan, who seems to be taking it in, and then she continues to take it in. She takes it all in for so long it feels like time has stopped.
Okay? Jordan?
Stop overanalyzing everything. Think like us knuckle-dragging baboons.
Don't tell me what to do. I wasn't overanalyzing. I was... Well, can you explain it one more time?
This isn't like you, Jordan. Are you sure you're okay?
No. Well, not exactly.
Jordan signals with her eyes to talk with Pearl alone for a moment. The two take a few steps to the side and begin speaking in hushed tones to one another. Alright, finally, zombie gossip. Check it out, Buck. Ever see two lady zombies gossiping before?
Funny you should say that. Only girl-on-girl action I've seen since the shit hit my truck's windshield is one zombie eating the face off some hoity-toity's corpse.
Oh, you were in an affluent part of the city before?
Where do you think I got these jeans? Snug designer denim don't come easy. No way I would have bought them, but that house ain't missing them now.
You are both terrible and a terrible badass. Pearl and Jordan chat a moment longer before they begin to walk back over toward you.
Sorry for the wait.
It took me a while to understand your stupid plan is all.
Sure. So, now that you know why we're here, can you help us find whatever my dad left? He put it in Mr. Moira's office.
Well...
About that...
Let me guess.
It's about why I've been here instead of with Pearl and you. This is really hard to admit, especially to you.
Why me, especially?
No reason. Just let me finish. I was brought here by your dads. They told me that if either Pearl or I lost our humanity or something, they didn't want us to be too close and risk spreading the virus. I don't really get what they meant, but we're all okay, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, when we got here, I was taken to my uncle's office, and that's where they said they'd leave their stuff. But then they mulled it over before finally deciding to lock it all up somewhere else. They even gave me the security code.
Great. Well, let us know where and what the code is so we can get out of here.
Actually, you see...
I forgot, okay? They let me pick the place and the security code so nobody else could get to it, but I totally forgot where and what the code is.
Wow.
Never trust nobody to remember nothing.
This is so embarrassing.
So, you forgot completely, like your brain is rotting away.
My brain isn't rotting away. I just forgot, and I stayed here to try and remember.
What do you think, Reggie? Can we help her?
Don't force yourself.
As if you have any other choice. In fact, giving players the choice in such a situation can be called the "but thou must" loop. This loop grants the illusion of choice and gives the player a false sense of control and impact on the story's progression when it's all just a big facade. Yeah, it's got fourth wall breaks. I like it. But you really need to help Jordan, and that embarrassed face she makes when she has to admit a personal failure has been adorable to you for as long as you've known her. Yeah, I mean, we can't really take the second step unless we've already finished the first. We need to find that cure and whatever clues my dad left with it. He might even have a specific place in mind for me to take it to. Everyone gathers over the dimly glowing PC monitor. It's a white boxy monitor, a relic from ages past, when computers came in giant cowl pattern packages, because that was once a novel concept. Jordan's thin, peeling fingers clatter against the computer's keyboard in a manner so deft, her hands seem more agile than those of the living, or perhaps just yours. She pulls up an access log file that was stored on a shared network for the police station. Ah, blessed technology. Even when the world falls to hell, internal servers will keep all your darkest secrets on file. Since nobody is on duty to shut off your network due to unpaid internet bills, stuff like this and electricity are no real surprise to find in a post-apocalypse situation. Or not in this particular narrative, at least.
And there it is.
You seriously forgot you put it there, Zombaby?
I understand you're embarrassed, but I have to agree.
Jordan, evidence storage is perhaps the most obvious place. We would have looked there first anyway.
Everyone needs to give me a freaking break. You should be grateful that you know it's there for sure.
Now all we need to do is figure out the code, right? Any ideas?
A few. I've always left clues about decoding my ciphers somewhere far from the cipher itself, so that even if someone found it, they might not connect the dots.
You must have some pretty perverted secrets if they have to be kept under lock and key like that.
I don't write perverted secrets in a diary using one of my ciphers. Just drop it, okay?
Well, kid, looks like we have an objective now. Help your friend's bratty cousin figure out a code and get into that evidence room.
You take a look around and note that Buck and Pearl are standing by the reception desk while Jordan is hunched over the PC. Shall we examine the PC? You stare at the PC that has an open folder on screen. You see a few files that Jordan managed to repair. This is... Jordan suddenly appears behind you and rips out the monitor's power plug. Hey, don't go snooping through every single file. Wait, so was that something you did? I gotta admit. Shut up, those weren't perverted ASCII images or anything. I wasn't bored or lonely. I mean, how would I have known someone would try to open it up later? Wait, you said you didn't, but then basically admitted that you did. You're as contrary as ever, Jordan. Anyway, I'm deleting that file because I was just bored and it doesn't mean anything. As you wish. You stare at the PC that has an open folder on screen. Alright, so basically now we can take a look at some of the other things, and basically what we'll do now is we will get to the dungeon crawling. And this is what I absolutely love about these kinds of games. I absolutely adore dungeon crawling in this style. It reminds me very much of the old What was it now? I think it was on the Nintendo DS. I think it was also on a bunch of other things, but it reminds me of Etrian Odyssey. And I love that game a lot. And this particular game as well, Undead Darlings, that also has that kind of style, and I absolutely love that. So let's get to it. You are in the police station lobby, and it's now time to explore. So as you can see right here, we can save, load, and have battle difficulty. You can play on Funpocalypse, easy, visual novel, tough, or old school. This is super hard. Yeah, we're just going to play on normal. That sounds like a good idea to me. And we also have learning game mechanics. You can repair weapons, store and retrieve items, and change party settings here. So, for example, if we wanted to, we could do the party setup. So you have Pearl and Jordan. These are your first two characters. They all have different stats, as you can see in the bottom right here. They also have different skills as well. So, yeah, there's a lot to think about here, and you're going to see exactly what is going on. So we're going to go to the west side of the precinct first, and well, it is very cool in my opinion. I love, as I've said before, I really love dungeon crawling. It's got that classic map, as you can see. These are the stairs right here back to the lobby, and you can turn around however you so desire, and then you can also move ahead here. Okay, so these icons right here, you see that little cupcake ahead of us there? You might not be able to see that it's a cupcake right now, but that is indeed a purple cupcake. Purple cupcake indicates an elite enemy, which is going to be quite difficult for us to deal with, but it shouldn't be too bad. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to uncover a little bit more of the map, and we're going to go around here and try to potentially get some items. A cookie tray, not quite real armor, but adequate for fending off front or rear attacks when equipped via suspenders. And as you can see, it reduces our dexterity by 1, but it increases our defense and resistance by quite a significant amount. So if we go to our equipment screen right now, we can, of course, see who has the lowest defense. And as you can see, Jordan has the lowest defense, so we're probably going to be giving her the cookie tray. It is going to reduce her dexterity a little bit, which is unfortunate, but that's not really going to make too much difference, I don't think. Anyway, you can see here that the defense is going to change when we switch out the soggy t-shirt to the sweater vest, which is obviously going to be something a little bit better for us. There are also macros available as well. Macros are very, very important, and they're going to be very useful indeed later down the line. At the moment, we don't really need to worry about them. You can see here that you can customize them however you so desire. I'm going to customize macro A with double attack. So that's basically going to mean that both of our characters will attack immediately. We also have different skills here, and your units will indeed level up too. So in other words, when they gain levels, they're going to be able to gain additional abilities. And there is one ability specifically that I am very much looking forward to Jordan getting. It is called Snipe, and it does massive damage. It is really, really fun to see. Alright, so we also have items here. Obviously, items you're going to be able to scavenge and indeed find throughout your time exploring the precinct. So, you also have random encounters. And if you couldn't tell, this game has a very, very eccentric art style for the opponents. And, well, you could quite clearly see that with this egg right here. So if we go to the macro and we select macro A, it's immediately going to set both of our characters to attack. And that is literally it, which I think is very cool. So once we do that, we also have this little E thing up at the top here. This is our extra attack kind of thing. And you can see here that if we utilize that, we will gain a slight bonus to our attack. Alright, so let's get a little bit more damage on this guy. He's going to be killed just now. There we go. And we're going to get some experience as well. Bear in mind that HP is persistent through battles as well. So you do have to be quite strategic in deciding what you want to do and how you want to do it. Bear in mind that Jordan is able to be healed by Pearl, because she does have a healing skill, as you can see right here. First aid is her healing skill. It does use 24 spell points though, which is obviously a little bit pricey, but that I think is going to do all right for us at the moment. I mean, considering it does heal 75 HP, which is basically almost all the way back up to full, and anytime you encounter a certain item on the world map, you're going to be able to gain HP back, because as far as I'm aware, the game rewards you for exploration and for basically uncovering new things. So that's obviously helpful as well. Oh, look at that, the bird used first aid on himself. How dare you? There you go. We were able to defeat him. He had a very nice hat on though, and a nice pipe. So yeah, that's good to know. But otherwise, let's continue to move on here. Oh, look at this. What do we have here? Yeah, there are a variety of different items that you can, of course, also interact with. And here we go. We're actually going to be doing an elite fight. This might actually be bad. We might lose this. Yes, we might indeed lose this. Okay, I will try to use some skills to pay the bills. I don't know whether this is going to work, to be honest. Okay, resist. Okay, we're going to try and get Shiver. Oh, nice. Okay, so Shiver actually works very nicely against that. So we're going to try and use Shiver against that again, and we'll use Flames on this one because it is indeed weak to that particular skill. So there are obviously different attack types and different resistance types that will take advantage of them. So anytime you can do that is going to be very, very important. Okay, so first aid on Jordan here is going to be very important. Let's do some flames on the bigger guy. Ooh, that's bad. Okay, so we've got some extra damage going on there. All right, I'm going to try and charge things up a little bit here. I don't have enough SP to actually heal our people now, so I'm going to just use that. And then we will use Flames against this one again. Hopefully we're going to be able to survive. Oh, nice. Good resistance right there. Good resistance. Okay. Ooh, 193 damage. That's fantastic. Okay, so I'm actually going to be using an item here. This is going to restore 30% of max HP. We're going to use that on Pearl. And we're probably just going to use Flames on this guy once again. There we go. Nice. 90 HP restored. That is exactly what we needed to do. Obviously, if we hadn't gone into the elite fight right now, we probably would have been absolutely fine to do what we needed to do. So I'm going to just do this, and there we go. That should be a kill on the big guy. Hopefully. Ah, almost. Okay. This that is definitely going to be a kill for us right now, and hopefully we can use an item with Jordan here. There we go. Thankfully, healing items do seem to go off before any other action, so that you should have a pretty decent time. Oh dear. Okay, yeah, this is problematic. This is big problems. I'm gonna use this on Pearl right now, and then we will use Flames on this guy just to 100% make sure that he is going to die. Nice. They both focused on Pearl there as well, and there you go. He's gone. Nice. Okay, so now we have a times two modifier, which is really good. So hopefully we will be able to use this. And Flames is actually resistant on this guy as far as I'm aware, but I'm actually just going to do a normal attack. We're going to boost it up with our EE meter, and then we're just going to go boom. There we go. Nice heal. Yeah, that saved her basically right there. And he's done. Nice. We probably should have killed the easier one first, to be fair, but there you go. We've now leveled up, and as you can see, we have a new skill for Jordan, which is called Sniping. This is very, very powerful. Now, technically, you're supposed to go into this tip before you go around, because it's going to tell you exactly what the kind of enemy types are all about. And I obviously know, what's going on with these guys, so we're just going to skip all of this. And she just called us a loot donkey. Yes, we are indeed a loot donkey. We are just literally carrying everything around all the time. Okay, so basically, purple cupcakes, as you can see right here, are challenging encounters. Green are normal encounters, and red or pink are boss encounters, and they are going to be very, very difficult to deal with. I haven't actually fought a boss yet. Just been attempting to run around as much as I possibly can, trying to explore the level. And bear in mind that once you level up, as you can no doubt tell, you do gain full HP and mana back, which is very, very important. Okay, so what do we have here? Another cookie tray. Ah, okay, well, that's good to know. Nothing really that I'm going to be utilizing right now. Is there anything else that I really want to go to right here? Yeah, that fight really took it out of us, but thankfully we did gain a level, so that obviously rectified the situation quite well. Anyway, let's move over here. And, okay, so yeah, there is going to be something that we need to pull to be able to open up the shutters. And that is going to be a switch of some kind. A tactical flashlight. Not even Buck's truck can break this beam of fog-cutting beauty. Order now. Targets all allies. Temporarily increases the party's field of vision. That might be kind of useful a little bit later down the line. And we have a random encounter. So obviously, as you go through the game... Oh, here we go. This guy's actually kind of harsh. Okay, let's try and use some skills on this guy. Oh yeah, sniping. Sniping is really, really cool. It uses a different kind, however, of resource. As you can see, look at how much damage it just did. It just almost one-shot this guy. Unfortunately, Shivered really didn't do much. Okay, yeah. So we're just going to do macro attack. Thankfully, this guy's really not doing any damage whatsoever. So, yeah. That's it. Done. Super, super quick. Unfortunately, doesn't really give us anything apart from some items, which obviously is going to be quite important for us in the end. As you can see, this is a place that we need to progress into, so we're going to need to find a way around. So if I go this way... Yeah, this is another one of those. Okay, so if I go here, maybe I can find a way around. Let me actually just take a quick look at the map. So you can see here that I think we've basically gone all the way around. Haven't we? Yeah, I think we might have gone all the way around so far. So let me... there's a... Never mind, there's a cupcake here. We haven't fought these guys before, so we should probably deal with them first. And once again, we're just going to be doing the attack macro. We're just going to get these guys a little bit weakened, and then we will indeed end up using Snipe with Jordan and hopefully trying to kill one of them very, very fast. Oh, wow. Already doing massive damage, so I think we're actually just going to do another macro here. Just attack them. You can macro a huge amount of different options as well to certain things. So for example, if you wanted to attack with one and heal with the other one, then you could of course do that, and it's all automated as well. So usually all these macros are just going to be defend, 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 defend. So if you wanted to defend, then obviously you can do that, but you can customize them however you want, which is very, very cool in my opinion. Okay, so we will of course be taking advantage of his weakness, but in general he's not really going to do that much damage to us anyway, so I'm perfectly happy to take the damage. So the little power-up meter in the top of the screen right there, that increases the multiplier the more that you get super effective attacks basically against the opponent. Okay, so here we go. We've got another little tip here. Hold on, something's bugging me. Great, what now? I mean, you're both zombies, that I get, but eggs, crows, what's the deal with those? And do my eyes deceive me, or can everything cast magic spells now? What do you mean? None of that makes any sense in the real world. Oh. Wait, didn't you explain anything to him, Pearl? Oops, I kind of forgot about that stuff. Figures. Alright, Reggie, listen up. The undead are just the tip of the monster iceberg. I guess this is all still new to you, but trust me, there's some weird stuff out there. I kind of wish I turned into one of those cute egg things. Don't be gross. Did you see their leg muscles? Knowing Pearl, she'd trip immediately and I'd have two girls with mush for brains. My brain isn't mush. It just hurts and I sometimes don't remember things right away, that's all. Ever the contrarian. And you didn't explain how magic is a thing now. Whatever. We're zombies and we know magic. I don't see how one thing is believable and the other isn't. And Pearl, you really should have tried to explain things properly. Well, I was totally focused on making Reggie eat some soup and hoping he didn't run away screaming at the sight of me. He practically had me pinned down on my bed, not like I had much choice. What? How lewd. Wait, no, it wasn't like that. Reggie, please don't make me sound like such a... Rainer and Jordan. Help me out here, Jordan. Her libido's out of control. You couldn't have been like that when you were alive. You're both being terrible right now. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Okay, yeah, so there's a whole bunch of different conversations. By the way, these conversations do dramatically change the direction of the game as well. So that is very cool in my opinion. And we're now going to get back to some exploration. All right, so I'm looking for a little switch somewhere. Hopefully I'm going to be able to find it. But if I can't, then, I think I might know a good way to go. Down here, I think. Have we been down here before? It seems like we indeed have. Right. Well, there is going to be a switch somewhere, I assume, and we're going to be able to open up. I might need to explore the other area, to be honest. That might make sense, but let me actually just follow the map around here. There we go. Okay, so I've basically unlocked pretty much everywhere except this one area here. Oh, there we go. Got a little bit of an encounter here. I'm just going to use sniping against this guy. It is so powerful. Boom, look at that. 355 damage. So incredible. Easy experience, easy experience. Obviously, getting to level 3 is going to be that much more difficult. Okay. So, that is, I believe, all of the floor explored, with the exception of over here. Aha. Okay, yeah, so this is just basically this way. Okay, so, now we can decide to go to east, because obviously we've gone to west, and we can go to east, and that is going to be a completely different map layout. And as far as I'm aware, the game has 50 hours of gameplay available. Okay, so as you can see, look at this. We completely explored the entirety of the map on the other side, and now we're exploring this side. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem as though I can even get through here, because I need to find a switch in the other area. Good to know. All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to let you take over here, and if you want to check out the game, there is a link in the description. I'd highly recommend it if you are a fan of games like Etrian Odyssey, for example, because I personally love that game a lot, and this dungeon crawling element reminds me heavily of that. And if you're a fan of conversations and branching dialogue choices and indeed RPGs with items and stats and level ups and skills and so on and so forth, then you probably want to check it out. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.